Okay, so I had to take a quick break because, as you probably can hear, it was about to start to rain. So I dug several other trees, pomegranates that I'm going to work today. And depending on I guess how hard it rains, I may need to edit the audio over this, unfortunately. But I decided I'm gonna split this tree, and we're gonna split it right in here. And I will try to do it from that side and try to keep my arms out of the shot so that you can see what's going on. But I'm going to take my time, and we're going to try to create two trees out of this. Again, if the rain gets harder or if it's too loud when I play it back, we'll just have to cut over this. So if so, more work for me, but it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get on that side and get started. You can see right here, from here up and from here up on that side in the diagonal, looks to be a perfect place where I could remove that wood and then come straight down here. I could even come this way slightly if I wanted to give this base a little more width at the bottom. What I'm going to start by is removing this little V all the way across. Rain is kind of picked up a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear me fine. We'll check when I go to edit, but I'm going to go ahead and use a little very tiny bit to remove most of this because I don't have a perfect size to it, so I don't want to go too big and make a cut that doesn't look right. So I'm going to use this smaller one and see if we can get a good bit of removal here. I'm just going to start by trying to get a little bit of a line going, and then I'm going to move straight across. Between this root and this root would go toward this tree, this root would go toward this one. So I am going to have to angle this away from you just a little bit so that I can get into it because this branch is in the way. So I apologize. Hopefully you can still at least see a little bit. Okay, so now I've kind of got my line on this side, and it's just going down between these two roots and splitting. That's where hopefully we want to go all the way around. And if those roots live, they'll be good because these trees will probably pop little suckers off everywhere. They love to do that. Alright, I'm back, and that definitely took a while. I just notched right here, made a mistake, but it's okay. So this is taking a while, but it is just ready to separate. And I think what I'll do, pulling it a little bit. Oh, well, never mind. I was going to say I'll go through with a knife, but it just popped off. So, from one we now have two. Let's see if we can get the roots separated. That may be the more difficult task here, because these are definitely all over the place. What I'm trying to do is pull on the roots of the tree that I care less about. Hopefully, if roots have to be damaged, they are the ones of the tree that I'm not as worried about. So I'm just going to kind of wiggle back and forth, pulling some of these that are very tangled and twisted. And let's see where our hang-ups are. Might just be this one right here. Okay, that's one side, mostly. Alright. Check that out. We got two little trees. First things first, I need to clean up all of this. What was difficult was cutting this, and then there was also, from the layer, there was a bunch of callus down here that I got to with knob cutters. So I need to clean this up, and if I plant this, it should callus pretty quickly as long as I let this and this grow. So let's move the small one out of the way for a minute and clean up this cut. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. And one thing that I noticed is this little right here doesn't really go with anything, so I really ought to cut that too. But so what we're gonna have here is something planted either just like it sits, and then try and direct it up or around right here. I might plant it slightly up and let this go up like a trunk line like that, but then you don't have any roots on this side. So I think we're gonna go with the more unusual look. I'm just gonna clean this up. Looks like it's focusing on something else. I'll have to do it like this. It still doesn't work. The thing I hate about autofocus is if I put my arm anywhere nearby, it loves to just focus on the fuzz on my shirt or whatever. Anything but what I'm actually trying to work on. I think I'm gonna have to get in front of the camera to get this. So bear with me just a minute, or I can turn it where you can't see it. I can just hold it for a moment. It'll make it a lot quicker. Okay. A little rough, but it'll do. Let me take some scissors. And I'm going to cut a couple of these big roots just so I can fit this guy into a pot for a couple of weeks. Okay. Now, another thing to notice on this tree, if it will focus for me, that will be great, is that all of this is dieback. This kept this area alive, and then what's going to be the main trunk kept the back alive. So really, this should be cut as well. I'm not going to do it today, just for time issues. I've got a bunch more that I've got to work on. But what we are going to do is just put it in a pot, and we'll have it look like something like that. And then we'll have a real neat little tree soon. And then I'm going to use some cut paste to heal over here. This is actually going to be the cut paste that I've made. I've used it on a couple trees and it works pretty well. And it's effectively the same consistency, but it is it sticks to the tree a little bit better. You still do need to lick your fingers though. And it tends to stay malleable even after it's been on the tree for a while. The other cut paste will tend to kind of become rigid, which is fine, but sometimes instead of rolling over as the tree calluses, sometimes the whole spot will loosen up and come off. So I do prefer it to be a little more resistant to, I guess, the changes in temperature and wetness. So that's what we've got there. And you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna fix the top. It's gonna take me a moment. I'm gonna zoom myself out. I'm going to do it from the other side so that hopefully the camera does not just focus on my shirt the whole time. All I'm going to do is cut a little bit of this this dead area back so that I can seal it, and so that you can kind of see hopefully what it'll look like if it grows well this year. Oh, this is stuck to my finger. And this bark, you may not be able to tell from the video, but you can actually kind of see pretty easily where it's dead and where it's still alive. And I'm not going to make a real big cut. I'm probably not going to remove all of it, although I should. I just worry, with me, I've just made this huge cut on the side, that these cuts together might cause issues if I expose too much of the live wood on this side. might do here even is just get enough of this on the top side so that as this branch grows this year, it might start to heal this a little bit. Like I said, really, really I could cut this, clean this up all the way down. Probably should, but at this point, I've got, like I said, I've got a bunch more trees to work on. So I'm gonna just seal this